Dreams are something quite fascinating. They can be both small, big, colorful, or bland. Most of the time, our dreams are quite weird and rarely seems to have a purpose or meaning. Example.
Bing bong. I had this dream one time. It was a bit weird. I was in this candy land and there was a hamster ball and the hamster's name was Phil. He wasn't a nice fella. He wanted me to meet Jeff Goldblum for some reason. So I pushed him in the chocolate lake, never to be seen again.
A dream I recently had was about this endless portal landscape where the portals were pulling each other apart and creating these galaxy-like collisions, with rocks floating around from the destruction of the portals. A friend of mine sent me a message about the dream he had, about this corrupted world that had an explosion from the inside of its core that scattered the world into 1,000 pieces, creating rings around the world. With parts of the planet on each side drifting away from the forces of the explosion. One of the favorite ideas I got from my suggestions was a dragon castle, which was like an upside down castle with floating pillars going upwards against the sky, with 3-4 dragons flying around it, with a giant one at the top.
Oh my god, that's so sick, like the shapes.
In this part of the video, I'll show you some of my smaller suggestions that I got from my community members and my Patreon supporters. If you have been on my channel before, you know that things can get a little bit wild. From flying in wind tunnels to recreating entire movies. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future uploads. It's time for the final part of this video. And this build alone took me weeks to make, with entirely new concept of landscapes. Once upon a time, there was a thriving civilization that lived on a beautiful landscape. However, one day a black hole appeared and started to twist and contort the land. The people of the civilization quickly realized they needed to evacuate to escape the destruction of their home. With haste, they boarded their spaceships and fled to safety, leaving behind their once lush planet, now forever changed by the power of the black hole. The civilization sought refuge on a neighboring planet, which was also affected by the black hole, but was still in safe zone and would not be in any grave danger. This is where they lived for the rest of their time.
Oh my god, that's so sick. Like the shapes. Wow, that's sick.
For now, our dreams are only for us to understand. Maybe one day, in the future, we can replicate the machine from Inception and be a part of each other's dreams. Or is this Inception? And are you the dreamer?